Hello everyone, it's Imran here. Welcome back to another video. So I'm going to react to the penultimate story of Kiefer Adams' season 4 of Thomas and Friends audio stories, and this one is called Bus Bother for Rosie. That was the newest one uploaded earlier today, I think around earlier this morning. Excuse me. The last Thomas audio story that I reacted to from him, what was it? Come on. Oh, was Gordon Cable's Up, and that was on Wednesday. You want to see me check that out? It's going to be up on the top right corner of your screen. This is going to be the penultimate. Like I said, this is the penultimate story of season 4 of his audio stories because what was I going to say? Because because next week's story he has confirmed will be the last audio story of season 4. And I will say this: please make sure you go and give Kiefer some love before I start this video. Just please go and give him some love because Kiefer has been going through a rough patch lately. I think he recently split up with his girlfriend he has, and he's been having a little bit of a rough patch ever since. He has confirmed there will be a season 5 of audio stories come in April. It will season 5 of audio stories will come. Unfortunately, he's only going to reduce. He's reduced them to 10. 5 of those audio stories from season that was supposed to be in the next season of audio stories have been removed due to personal any sort of reason. So Keith, if you're watching this, please let me know in the comments down below why you removed them. If there was a specific reason why, but please just go and give Keith some love. I'll have a link to his channel in the description down below because he really has been going through a tough time. And honestly, Kiefer deserves the love he does because I really love his audio stories. Real shame they're going to come to an end next year. They are. Plan is at the end of season 5 to stop doing the audio stories. But then again, he said that season 4 will be the last of these. So who knows? But please make sure you go and give Kiefer some love. Give him the support he needs because he really is going through a rough patch now. Hope and split up with his girlfriend right before Christmas. Before Christmas is probably is not a nice thing. It is, but like I said, just please go give Kiefer some love. But anyway, let's enjoy. So this is going to be the penultimate story of season 4 of audio stories. Boss Bother for Rosie. So this is going to be another hit era style story, audio story that is, and it's going to revolve around Rosie and Bulgy. Didn't expect those two characters to be interacting with each other in this audio story. I really enjoyed the last audio story I reacted to on Wednesday, but Gordon got depressed over a cable. So yeah, let's just see how this one goes. A link to the video I'm reacting to in the description down below as always. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into this.
Bus Bother for Rosie. Written and told by Kiefer Adams. Bertie was looking forward to another busy day on the roads of Sodor.
Hey look, it's Bulgy.
He had just been cleaned and polished and was just about to leave when a loud horn echoed in the yard. Sure enough, with a sly look on his face, Bulgy, the double-deckered bus, rolled in.
Well, what a sight for sore eyes, eh, Bertie?
He smirked as he came to a stop. What are you doing here? Grumbled Bertie.
Oh, Bulgy hasn't changed the slightest ever after he was turned into a vegetable stand in the TVS. He has not changed the slightest.
I thought you were working at McColl Farm.
I was, as his personal vegetable bus,
boasted Bulgy,
but the Fat Controller has allowed me to carry passengers again, so I'm here to be reverted back to my old red coat.
Bertie rolled his eyes. Just as long as you stay out of trouble. We don't want a repeat of last time, thank you very much.
Yep, remember Bulgy writes again.
Bulgy was looking forward to being...
Remember in Bulgy writes again, where the heads caused problems for Bulgy in that story? I mean, I don't... probably in my Thomas canon, I wouldn't consider Bulgy writes again canon because the events of that episode is quickly forgotten. But I would have said in my timeline, the Fat Controller got inspiration from that fictional episode to put Bulgy back into service in unscheduled stops.
Being reverted back into his old red coat. Secretly, he had missed his passengers and was happy to have a change. But Bulgy's return to service was not the only exciting piece of news on the island of Sodor.
Yep.
Thomas had been shunting in the yards of Knapford all morning and was very exhausted. He was just having a rest when a chirpy whistle sounded.
There's Rosie.
Thomas was surprised. Pulling up next to him was a little pink tank engine with 3 domes. "Hello," the engine whistled. "My name's Rosie. Are you Thomas?" "I am," he replied. "You must be the new engine. Welcome to Sodor." "Thank you," whistled Rosie.
This is how Thomas and Rosie
"I'm so
first
glad
met.
to be here. Is there anything I can do?" "There is, as a matter of fact," replied Thomas. "Could you fetch some more trucks from Sudbury for me and bring them here? I've got some coal trains to sort out." "Leave it to me," called Rosie, and she darted away quicker than she had arrived. Thomas was impressed. "It's nice to see the Fat Controllers finally bringing more tank engines to Sodor," he said to himself.
That's true.
As he set off back to work. Rosie had collected some trucks from Sudbury and was making her way back to Knapford Yard.
Look, there's
She was
Bulgy
loving her new
over there.
surroundings, and many of the engines whistled hello to her as they passed. Rosie then had to stop at a signal. Next to her was a small town, and one of the sights she noticed was Bulgy.
Yeah.
He had now been repainted in his glorious red coat with his railway bus banners gleaming brightly.
Well, well, well,
he exclaimed when he saw Rosie.
Now that's a sight that repulses me.
"What do you mean?" asked Rosie, sounding hurt.
He's going to insult her.
"I mean your coat of paint,"
snorted Bulgy.
"I have never seen anything like you before. Painted pink and looking all too pretty. I've just been repainted back into my old red coat after 3 years as a vegetable bus.
Yep, 2003 to 2006.
Love to see a splendid red sight. They would.
Oh, I remember now why he's setting this during the hit era, because in the season 12, this shot right here was originally in the season 12 episode Excellent Emily, which showed Bulgy in his red coat. So I guess Kiefer wants to give a bit of an explanation as to how Bulgy got his red coat back.
Wouldn't want a pretty pink engine to admire.
At that moment, Bulgy's conductor rang his bell to signal that it was time to leave.
"You won't last 5 minutes on this railway, my dear,"
Bulgy boasted.
"Now, if you excuse me, a properly useful vehicle is going to make himself known."
And before Rosie could say anything else, Bulgy had driven away.
Bulgy's such a jerk.
"I don't think pink is a silly colour," Rosie said to herself.
Poor Rosie.
When the signal dropped, Rosie puffed sadly away, feeling very hurt. Rosie had delivered the trucks to Knapford Yard and was on her way to another job. She hadn't said anything to Thomas, but he had noticed that she was upset about something. As Rosie was passing the level crossing, she noticed Bertie waiting at the gates.
"Hello there,"
Bertie called. "You must be the new engine."
Rosie, is it?"
"Yes," she said sadly. "You're going to make fun of my coat of paint too, aren't you?"
"Why would you say that?"
Bertie asked. Rosie told him about Bulgy. "Take no notice of him," said Bertie.
Yep.
"Just remind him of the time he got stuck under a bridge. He's just come out of being a vegetable bus, so don't take it to heart." Rosie felt a little better.
Don't take it to heart,
Before
Rosie.
long, the gates opened and Bertie was on his way. "Goodbye, Rosie," he called. "Hope you enjoy yourself on Sodor." Rosie perked up and carried on her way as soon as the gates opened for her. Rosie had worked hard all day.
What's going on
the
here?
Fat Controller was very impressed. Rosie was making her way back to the shed when she saw Thomas up ahead with Annie and Clarabelle.
Oh, what's Bulgy done this
Something must
time?
be wrong, Rosie thought. She quietly sidled up alongside Thomas. She was just about to offer her services when Rosie noticed who Thomas was next to. It was Bulgy. He had broken down and Thomas had to collect his passengers. But to Rosie's surprise, Thomas was talking angrily to him.
What happened?
Rosie has proven to be a really useful engine, and on her first day too, Thomas was saying to Bulgy. I don't think her pink coat of paint is silly, and I don't know why you would say such a thing.
Well, I didn't exactly say that,
began Bulgy. I know exactly what you were trying to say, huffed Thomas.
Oh.
Just because you're back in service doesn't mean you have to cause trouble all over again. If Duck could have kept a watchful eye on you, so will I. Thomas let out a great cloud of steam, which made Bulgy jump. Annie and Clarabel chuckled to themselves as Thomas puffed away. Rosie was surprised. She hadn't expected Thomas to stick up for her. She blushed to herself.
Friends will be
having
friends.
Found some new respect for the little tank engine. A few days later, James was waiting for a delivery at the quarry when Thomas fussed in with his new trucks. He was looking rather annoyed. What's the matter with you? Asked James. It's that Rosie, grumbled Thomas. She won't leave me alone. The new pink engine? Asked James. Why, what's she done? She keeps whistling like I do, grumbled Thomas.
So this is going to lead into Thomas and the birthday
her steam like I do, and whenever she takes out coaches, she shouts, come along, like I do with Annie and Clarabel. I don't understand it. I think she likes you, said James.
Oh.
I can't imagine why, huffed Thomas. Well, you did stand up to Bulgy for her, said James. Perhaps that's why. She must have heard it or something. James then puffed away, laughing quietly to himself. Thomas grumbled bitterly as his trucks were loaded with stone. Little did he know he would meet Rosie again whilst delivering presents to a young girl at High Farm.
There it is.
That's a story you all might know already.
Yep. 100% no. 100% no. No. That's, of course, is Thomas and the birthday mail. Wow. So we learn how. So that's how Rosie managed to began to like Thomas so much, because he stood up for her when Bulgy said some rude things about her. Wow. And I also like the explanation that Bulgy that was given to how Bulgy got back into service, and especially after that appearance he had in excellent Emily right there, because that shot right there was from excellent Emily. Oh, I think my nose is getting a bit blocked. It is. So yeah, I really like how he managed to tie two events into one story. He did right there. That was that was definitely impressive, Kiefer. This is why I love Kiefer, because I like how he connects his own stories with the TVS law, and gives explanations to things that may have happened that weren't covered in the TVS, particularly in the classic series and the hit era. This is why you should go and subscribe to Kiefer. Just give him some love, because, like I said, he produces some of the best audio stories in this fandom on YouTube. He does. He's also, he also deserves some love because he's going through such a difficult time at this stage. Just go subscribe to Kiefer, because he does have a lot of good audio content on his channel, but other content you might enjoy as well that I don't react to on this channel. So yeah, that's how Rosie began to idolize Thomas and why Thomas became so annoyed at her. But we all know what happened in Thomas and the birthday picnic when he needed her help the most. So yeah, that's basically what I got to say. That was a good story. I definitely enjoyed it. Was expecting Rosie and Bulgy to interact with each other. Two characters interacted I didn't know we needed right there. You do want to check out my previous Thomas reactions, whatever it's an audio story or a Trains adaptation. I'll have a playlist up in the top right corner of your screen right now. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button for me. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought this Thomas audio story I reacted to. Also, let me know in the comments down below what other videos you want me to react to next. Follow me on Instagram. A link's will be in the description down below. Share this video, subscribe if you're new here, ring that bell to get notified when I upload new videos or when I post in the community tab. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!